You're watching Spartan G Gaming. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. This is Infinite Warfare. This is my third Special Ops calling card I've unlocked now. These are the classified calling cards that we don't know how to unlock them until we unlock them through gameplay. But thanks to so many other YouTubers out there, so many to mention, they are beginning to make us realise and understand what the challenges are for these calling cards. But the thing I find they fail to do is actually show us how they unlock the card. So with this one, this is the War Chief. We need to melee an enemy without killing him, so he needs to survive, and we need to then survive after meleeing him for 1 minute. This is a very easy challenge, guys. I'm going to go through the setup now that I had. It did take me a few attempts to do, but once you start to pick it up, it's very easy. You can have whatever weapons you want, it really doesn't matter. But one of the things I would say that I recommend you have is to have a pistol in your secondary weapon. I will explain why as we get into the videos, guys, okay? But definitely have a pistol in your secondary weapon. In regards to the specialist character, you've got to have the FTL on. This is one version, this is my way of doing it, guys. There probably are many out there, but this is the one way I did it easy. With his payload select, the phase shift. That's going to shift you into another dimension, making you a little bit invisible, so it gives you that chance to escape, because remember, we need to survive for a whole minute after meleeing the enemy. That really helped me. So you're going to need to get up to the required level to unlock all these guys, but when you do, that challenge will become easy. So the phase shift we need to equip. Now, this did take me a few attempts. Like I said, it wasn't like the first attempt I'd had and I'd got it. There is many process of eliminations that you need to do. Now, this is what will happen if you have a primary weapon. Sometimes, not all the time, but if you do try and melee an enemy with the primary weapon, more than likely you're going to kill them on the first hit. But remember, you don't want to kill them. You just want to stun them, okay? So like that, I did stun the enemy there. I'm using my phase shift now. And then I'm going to try and hide. But again, when I did this, first of all, I wasn't in the best position where I did run away from. And I lasted probably about 30 seconds. But remember, we need to survive for a minute. But it didn't go to plan because I got spotted. Another thing that I would recommend in your perks as well is to have Ghost on. That really helped me as well. Having Ghost on in your perks, so when you do escape, the enemy won't see you on the radar. Also as well, you need to make sure that you will have your phase shift active ready to use. Now this is the moment where I did unlock the calling card. So I'm going to show you right from the start of the game. Now I have got the setup at the moment with my pistol on. Now the reason, I'm going to go through this now, but the reason I used the pistol for is because I found that was less likely when I meleeed an enemy to kill them. Whereas the primary weapon, when I tried it a few times, it did kill the enemy on the first hit. Not all the time, it did take a couple of hits sometimes to kill an enemy with a primary weapon. So again, it's kind of mix and match, 50-50 on them all. But I found that the pistol was less likely to kill the enemy on the first melee hit. So that's the reason why I would say stick with a pistol if you can. I mean, you don't have to run around like me, running around just with a pistol. You know, you can use your primary, because what you want to do is get your phase shift activated first. So I'm a step away from activating that phase shift. Now I can melee an enemy. Now that phase shift is ready, we're ready to run away using that phase shift ability for a minute as soon as we've meleeed an enemy. So I'm just going to go around first of all now with this pistol, and what I'm trying to do is look at my map. I'm trying to look where the enemy are. And like I said, it will probably take you a few attempts to get this right, but when it does happen, you can actually say to yourself, wow, it's easy with that setup that we have, with that pistol and with that phase shift. So there we go, guys, we've meleeed the enemy. They're always going to sit in that room there. We used our phase shift straight after. Now we can run for cover. This is a nice place to run, especially if you're running on the terminal map. Now we just have to survive for a minute. Now it's up to you guys. You can make this more of a challenge for yourself. You can go around still killing people if you want, which is very tough to do without dying for the whole minute, or you can just camp like me. I have got my Ghost perk on, which is helping me keep off the enemy radar UAV. And also I'm in a position where there's not too many enemy run around. Also check your map as well. You can see I've got a few of my teammates around, but the enemy are just above me in that aeroplane. So it is squeaky bum time, because at any moment I could die. Now, I'm getting my primary weapon out now, just in case I need to use it. But you need to survive until you see the little icon come up in the center of the screen that says War Chief. Then you know that your minute has survived and you have completed the challenge. You will see it come up in a moment, guys. It will count down. There you go. It's now come up there now. War Chief has been earned. That's as easy as how you can do it. But use the phase shift, use the FTL character. Use a secondary weapon, a pistol. It will really help you, but you don't have to do that. But that's how you do it. Melee the enemy with your pistol. Use your phase shift instantly, but remember, you've got to get that phase shift activated first before you go and melee the enemy. Don't melee him and you haven't got your phase shift there, because you won't survive and you won't get the challenge done. If you do struggle with any of the other challenges, guys, the Plague or the Howler, I will leave a link to those now at the end of the video. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Go and get this easy card yourself. Thank you.